Hello, friends. Good evening, and welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly here on Speed Gaming. And we're doubling up the Zelda 1 Randomizer on Speed Gaming, if you will, because this is a preview of what is to come for the Speed Gaming Live Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. I am Trenton. Supposed to have some company here in a little bit, and we'll look forward to that, along with a lot of fun and shenanigans. There's, I believe, 14 people in this race, so a good-sized field. And we have some nice folks represented here. Eat My Steel, Alsoa, Bogey, and Chest Jerk. All some fine people. Make sure you throw them a follow if you're enjoying this kind of content, because, hey, it's what they do. They run these kind of flags. So, make sure you check them out if you're looking for more fun during the week. As for what we're seeing with these, biggest things you want to know is that you will need to gather all 8 pieces of Triforce to be able to enter level 9. You will have to defeat Ganon to be able to rescue the princess. Along the way, your enemy HP is plus or minus 4. Stuff can be really difficult, stuff can be really easy. You don't know till you try and kill it. Bosses, however, have their normal HP. But getting through those dungeons, well, that can get a little tricky when shapes are on. But if you find the book, you can use it as an atlas and help you locate your way. We start with a random start screen. So where is the sword to begin with? Which, by the way, under these flags, can actually be blocked by the red candle if the red candle is the harmless item. So that's something extra fun you can root for if you just love to torment runners and your Twitch chat, so I just assume you like to torment runners. We got Eat My Steel, the first one over here to the level 3 area. It looks like Chest Jerk's gonna go towards the graveyard. 3 turns out to be a bust for Steel. Alsoa's also gone to the graveyard, so a couple checks you can pick up this way. You've got the graveyard entrance. You've got the level 6 entrance. You also have an Armos check. And if I'm not mistaken, I have a co-commentator at this point.
Hey, Trenton.
Well, good evening to you, Colonel. Does Colonel work for shorthand, or?
Yeah, that's what I use.
All right. Looks like we've got level 7 up here for Eat My Steel, and not necessarily the most fun level to get in early. And that is not a fun room to block clip in, but what a move for Eat My Steel.
Yeah, let's not go back to that room.
Well, if you die, you're going to have to, but he's got a key at least for his troubles, so he's gained something out of this.
Oh, I think we found the Lionel Den in general here.
That must be their natural habitat. Level 7, that feels right. Armos check, and that's a heart for Chest Jerk. So our Armos item will be a heart container this evening. And we've got 113 of the price of a bomb upgrade. Don't know how many, but that's a pretty expensive upgrade.
Looks like Eat My Steel's gonna bail out a 7 for now.
Yeah, I think for the moment you go into level 7, you're thinking that's, I'll just dive until it kills me and then I'll look elsewhere.
Yeah, can't argue with that call.
Well, if you've seen what they have seen with the graveyard area not turning out that much, where are you going to head next?
Honestly, if I had bombs, I'd hit the coast.
No bomb shop yet. There's our first candle shop near Vanilla Start, but not enough money.
Also, just found 7. And he's noping right out.
Block clipping swordless is very possible, but it's also a significantly more challenging trick than it is with the sword.
Yeah, but Bogey makes it look easy.
There's a lot of people who can make things look easy. That doesn't mean they are easy.
Oh, no.
If Z1 Vanilla was as easy as Lack Attack makes it, how many of us would have sub 30 times?
If it were as easy as he makes it look, I wouldn't have a 3,000 death kill count.
All right, so some new territory for Eat My Steel over here at Vanilla Level 1. Still no useful item pickups.
And level 1's a troll.
Well, that would normally be one of the hints, but hey, community hints, so... Hey, there we've got a heart container in level 7. Thank you, game. Thank you. That's level 7 being level 7 right there. But Alsoa has enough money for a blue candle, so gonna make what has become a pretty rare purchase in Randomizer. With the extra candles flags, you get the take any one you want caves have candles available in it. And usually, runners come across one of those before they have the money to buy a candle. But how do you like this purchase for Alsoa?
Normally I'd argue with that, but in this case, you don't know where you're going to find one, and a lot of things are going to be under bushes, so... go for it. Ooh, 2 rupees for the small.
Saw vanilla on the medium at 30. That still leaves the big secrets out there, but also this is first quest overworld, so there's 3 big secrets.
Let's just hope they're not poverty seed as well. And it looks like Eat My Steel is going to go exploring Death Mountain.
Level 4 is the quick benefit for Alsoa of purchasing this candle. How much is he going to be able to do with it? Not too much against those blue Lionels.
I think this seed's going to be a little mean to our racers today.
And those hands, Wallmasters, a little bit too high on their HP for the candle to do anything. And yeah, this 4 is just not conducive to any progress right now. Looks like we're going to need a weapon to make any kind of dent in it.
Yeah, we're going to need a wood sword, a wand, something. If the keys are 0 health keys, even a boomerang would work at this point. And
right.
Bogey found level 4 as well.
I would guess Bogey did make a purchase because I didn't notice that he choose any yet. So
yeah, I think he did.
And now everybody but Steel has been able to pick up a candle along the way. Alsoa makes a very savvy play, in my opinion, going for the money-making game here when you don't have a lot of rupees. So there's not really a lot to lose, but there's plenty to gain.
Yeah, exactly. Best time to do that is when you have all the rupees in the world or none at all.
If you have all the rupees in the world, there's no reason to play the money-making game.
Waste time. Some racers have done it on rare occasion.
There's one of the hint shops we will not need. It's been a pretty linear trek for most of our runners right now. Eat My Steel is off doing whatever he can do, looking through the open caves. Everybody else went for the candle, seeing the limitations that they have. Apparently, Coast Heart. So, Arlos item not helping us. Coast item not helping us. Level 8? Is that going to help us?
It could actually. Depending on how nice it wants to be.
You are talking about 3 items, but you're not getting them off the Dark Nuts with the candle. And Eat My Steel is located level 1 at the, that would normally be a money-making game. Welcome, everyone, from Speed Gaming. You were enjoying some Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, I believe, a little bit earlier on.
Also,
Welcome to the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly. We got your Zelda Randomizer needs covered tonight.
Also makes good progress in this 8. And
3 hits with the candle is not enough to kill the Stalpos. That is making it really hard to kill stuff right now.
Tough Stalfos with no weapon. Do not envy him.
And Goma. Goma is terrible. Just terrible. So it doesn't feel like we're going to be able to get a lot of progress in this aid unless you can nail this block clip swordless.
Yeah, it's looking like this whole seed's gonna be kind of sword blocked early on.
This does tell us, though, that this can't be the bow. Because randomizer logic. Oh my, I think Alsoa had to clip but then died to Goma. That's quite unfortunate.
And Bogey's bailing out of the clip room. Or did he clip? Or did he get through? I think he got through.
Well, for Alsoa, that was in that clip room. Now he's in a different one, trying to do this without the Goma. Looks like he got it, and he's in there, and he's got a transport staircase. And really hoping this isn't the Goma right now. It's not the Goma. Hooray. Well, the good news is you could kill the Vyres with a candle shot. The bad news is that that doesn't really help. You could split them with the candle shot, I should say. You couldn't kill them outright.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have 0 health. Huh.
Well, one thing that Eat My Steel has going for him is an exploration advantage over everybody else. He's seen a lot more of the overworld, but fortunately, he hasn't been able to turn that into anything tangible yet. Keep the change, 2 rupees.
Do we have a sword here? Nope, just bombs.
Well, that's an important thing to note because I don't think we've seen another bomb shop yet, so very much you want to note it on your own side about, hey, here is a bomb shop if I must, but yuck on the price at 27 rupees.
He might want to consider buying them just to get some more exploration opened up. Or he'll die.
Think about bombs, they can't block the sword. So right now, you know, after seeing the Armos item, that the sword is in an open cave somewhere. But where? It remains the question. We still have a bunch we haven't gotten to yet. In particular, the whole level 5 area comes to mind. At the top of the Lost Hills, the waterfall, above the waterfall. We haven't seen those 3 yet. And then if you want to feel really trolly, there are a couple of eligible spots up on Death Mountain. And your Twitch chat, so I assume you want trolling. No one's argued with me yet.
Okay, sorry about that, I'm back.
Alright, so where do you think we're going to find a sword finally?
Huh. I'm thinking the Forgotten Spot. Bottom left corner.
No, they started next to it. That's the first place they went to. And Forgotten Spot is up northeast of level 1. Is what's normally called that.
Yeah, you're right. My head's on backwards today. Well, we've been on the coast. Someone went over there, if I remember right.
Eat My Steel has been kind of all over the 4 corners, just not anywhere that has produced the sword yet.
I almost out of idea, because they have, with where Eat My Steel's been, we should have seen it by now.
Bogey's into level 1 now, but again, we just haven't seen a lot of ability to make progress, although I think it was Steel who got in there first, and he didn't even have the candle.
Wait a minute, it could be at level 5. I don't think anybody's been there yet.
No, not seen 5, the waterfall, the original White Sword Cave. There's several of these out there still.
Oh, there it is.
And that is a very welcome sight for Eat My Steel 13 minutes in.
almost stole the sword.
I have to say, I think that's a big positive of picking up the candle because it naturally took you in this direction. So it brought you closer to the sword, even if it wasn't required for the sword.
Also diving into one. Oh, and we got some bombs over on Eat My Steel.
Well, it's a little more chance to explore. That's the second hint shot that we're not going to use. You don't see a lot of hints used in particular because they can be overpowered. Like, if you know you don't need the item out of level 7 because of a hint, and somebody else doesn't get that hint, it's extremely powerful. As Bogey's the second one to pick up a sword.
Yeah, the hint thing, I think we stopped using those after season 2 or 3, just because of that reason. We're talking minutes worth of exploration difference.
Now, Bogey is our first runner into a level with a sword. That's got to be a pretty good feeling right now.
And also is going to find his sword right now. At this point, the only person who needs a sword is Chest Jerk. Although, being Chest Jerk, I don't think he actually needs one.
You wonder about these things sometimes. Alright, so level 1. What fun stuff do you have for us? What are they looking for in this level 1?
We are looking for 1, a floor item, 2, a staircase item, and we find a Cleok. Interesting. Cleok, buddy, this is not where you belong.
By the way, you can have mixed rooms being first quest and second quest, but your doors to the rooms are all first quest.
Correct. And let's add one kill count for Cleok.
Oh, please, I'm not prepared to count that high. But with Heart Shuffle on what would normally be a heart drop, could instead be an item, so potentially 3 items in this level 1. Pretty high value dungeon to dig out early. Not that room, though. That room was awful. It was overly caffeinated land mollas, as I like to call them. They move fast, they do damage, they wreck us.
And the
The ladder is in level 1. Bogey's going to be the first to pick it up.
Well, that just opens the game wide up.
Ladder in level 1 and 16 minutes in. Took only 2 minutes after finding the sword. In case you ever wondered how powerful the sword is. Oh, compass. That's somewhat useful.
Yeah, it's convenient at least. Looks like Gleok's gonna claim another life here in a minute. Unless also I can pull it to kill off.
Told you I'm not prepared to count that high. Also, you're just going to have to win.
Nope. Gleok gets 2 points. We have 3 runners in level 1 at this point.
No surprise, especially given how close it was to the sword.
Looks like Chester might finally find his sword here in just a minute. Yep, here we go.
Alright, so it's 17 minutes. He's not given up too much to the other runners. Because really there hadn't been a lot of progress otherwise. Bogey's going to take the Triforce out of 1.
But is he going to dive back in for the rest of the items?
With how much we need, I don't like leaving level 1 behind.
No, you want to dive it. It's got too much.
Maybe he wants another stack of bombs to do it with.
Possibly. I mean, that would be useful.
With level 1 rules, as long as the dungeon isn't segmented, basically anytime rooms touch, you're going to be able to bomb the wall. We don't have many keys, though, so that is a limiting factor right now.
And we hadn't seen many drop in general either, so
But we hadn't added the ability to kill things.
this is true.
That does sort of limit you. We do, however, still have this two-headed Gleeok. A few more hearts to deal with it this time.
Ooh,
The main advantage with the Gleeok is only one of those things is doing a fireball at once, and that was a heart.
One item left in here.
We saw the staircase item, so it's another floor drop, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get to that right now.
Ooh, fast danger noodles. And they take Chester. Yeah. Between them and the Beals.
Very hard to make progress in this one, but when you're only orphaning one item at this point, that feels quite a bit better than leaving two behind. So,
Yeah.
if Bogey is done, you understand them. You know, with this many early hearts, it does always make me wonder if there's a potential magic sword in our future.
That's what I was thinking. I think Bogey will not be the first one to go after it, though. He's almost there. Followed by
Of course, you still have to
Chester.
find it. Minor details.
Yeah, that's only a minor one.
Really rough for Elso to take the death there. If you're low hearts, one of the things you can do is duck out of the room after you've killed a couple enemies, and that will keep the enemies dead as long as you don't leave the dungeon. But, you know, he's thinking, okay, I'm just one or two swings away from actually killing this thing, and then I'm done with the room.
And Bogey's playing Dances with Dark Nuts down at level 6.
Well, level 6 is another one of those that tends to be very long, and only 2 potential item checks here. But he's able to take care of business with these Dark Nuts.
We have. Also, it says nope. It just walks away from Gleeok.
Well, he's already killed it, so he doesn't need it. I think he killed it. And there's the Triforce for Alsoa. The thing about collecting that Triforce without full clearing the dungeon is when you have the recorder, you have the ability to come back to the dungeon that much easier. So there is value in getting that done. 95 for the large secret.
Not great, but not bad.
Now, but you look at the rupee counts, and Bogey and Eat My Steel have piled up a good chunk of money at this point. It looks like Chest Jerk is down in the Triforce room here in 1. And Bogey is 1 heart away from a potential magic sword play. Hey, Chad, you want to guess where the magic sword is? Always give Chad a chance to guess, and Eat My Steel is going to be our second runner to find that ladder at 22 minutes.
Also, it's going to dip into 7, it looks like.
The power of a key. Just having 1 or 2 extra keys meant getting the ladder, and that could be a big difference maker over the course of a run. How fast you get it, what you're able to access. And level 1 looks like a microscope.
Yeah. Or kind of inverted, mutated level 2.
Level 7 has a heart. Ish. It may be a heart made out of ice, considering it's level 7.
I was about to say, are you sure it has a heart? Looks like we have chat saying it's a cactus.
Chat always says it's a cactus. Even when it actually is a cactus.
Well, this chat, they're always right, so.
And Chester now a heart away from the minimum possibility for getting the magic sword. That'd be funny if we just skipped the white sword entirely.
It's happened before.
Alright, so Chester's into 6, Alsoa is into 7. We've started to see a bunch of different levels. Not really seen, other than 1, the high priority ones. You want to see 1, 2, and 3 as soon as you can, obviously, because they're all short. And it's a lot of potential checks.
Yeah,
Seeing 6, 7, 8, you're getting long dungeons with not that many checks, and they've not been friendly at all.
Yeah, I think 2, 3, and 4 are the only ones we haven't seen anybody discover yet.
Alright, Chester making, as my friend Will Cleosis likes to say, a veteran move. He uses up the bombs to kill the Dark Nuts faster before grabbing the bomb to refill his count. And Trollhandler reminds us that it's a thing. Also, not gonna be able to afford that upgrade. Just a little bit short on the rupee count.
Getting a white sword cave checked by Bogey.
Solid play. We gotta hit these locations we haven't hit yet.
And chest jerk at the same time. There's a ring shot.
Ooh, Alsoa got a good clock drop. That makes these Dark Nuts quite a bit easier to deal with. And that's the Silver Arrows on the ground in 7. What a find for Alsoa!
But unfortunately for our runners, that means level 7 is required.
Could be great news for Alsoa, because that's a nasty room just to run in there, and there's the whiz ropes, and all you got's a wood sword. But he got that clock drop and worked out very well for him. But he still probably needs the ladder. He's got a key. Maybe he'll go back to 1 and see what else he can find.
Can't we have Bogey high in Death Mountain now? Maybe we'll find our missing levels up there.
Well, I like to play to cover some new territory. It's always more interesting for the show, and potential for something to pay off for you by doing something other people aren't doing. And
There's our
magic sword. The minimum will not get the job done. Well, Colonel, what are you seeing here for Alsoa?
004. I'm thinking bow.
Ooh, that would be quite the find for him with those silvers. He'd be able to do magic sword damage. That's a quick Triforce.
I missed a dead Bogey bomb level 9 spot.
He bombed the spot. I didn't notice anything in particular.
Okay. And we have chest jerk in level 4 now too.
So these wall masters, when we saw before, we found out a candle would not kill them, and that is a shape.
It's a toilet with a low roof.
I think I'm gonna have to give chat this one and say it's cactus. What else can you say about this?
I have no
Other than it's horrible. That's just a horrible shape. It's a very strange path to route through. But also taking care of business with those Lionels. Of course, normally they're an overworld enemy, but shuffled into the dungeons tonight. We've also seen the Wizrobes and the Dark Nuts in the dungeons. What's left on the overworld at this point?
No. We hadn't seen the likes.
Bogey grabs his Triforce out of 4. Everybody doing similar things. We've seen that throughout. Eat My Steel has a map, a compass, a sword, and going for this Triforce in level 1 now. Chat arguing about what type of cloud is over top of the cactus that is level 4. Just in case you are watching this on YouTube later and wondering what you're missing, that's the kind of high-level conversations we have, arguing scientifically which type of cloud is over the cactus.
And also all goes down again.
This level can do that to you, that's no surprise.
This is the level of the game, I swear.
He's going to be a little disadvantage here versus other runners because of that ladder, and it just opens up different paths where you can skip around the enemies. Leave your money or your bombs, and Chest Jerk's got plenty of money. Possible recorder block. Now, there's going to have to be a transport staircase. But it looks like Chest Jerk is done. And Alsoa is likewise out of keys here, so can't really do a lot there. You could try to Canana Key, not the easiest room to do that in.
Oh, is Cheshire gonna buy a key? Nope.
Wouldn't argue with the play. In a seed where your key's starved, one key may open up everything. But at the same time, when you're seeing too many key blocks, then one just may not be enough.
And Bogey's probably gonna get his. Yep, he's gonna get his key block discovery up here.
He, however, pays it with the bomb instead of the rupees as Eat My Steel grabs the Triforce out of 1. So Bogey's max bomb count is now down 1 versus everybody else the rest of the seed. And it's a lot of bombs over 30, 40 minutes.
Also, is taking 8. Could be a good play here. Level 8 will have at least 3 items.
There's still hearts out there, but it's 3 checks.
Yeah, heart's an item. Not a useful item, but it's an item.
Useful if it gives you the magic sword.
Fair.
Now, trying to get by these fires with only half a heart is brave. Also got it done, though. And we are seeing a lot of Dig Duggers hanging around this seed. They're apparently the boss du jour of this night.
And we're in the room with Nope again. Down in Chester's corner.
I thought we were playing Zelda, not Metroid. Because that level 8 is a Metroid attacking.
Troll handler. nice bomb play by Chest Jerk.
At least 3 segments to this level 8.
Yeah, chat, go ahead and name that ink plot.
Freedom Fighter tells us it looks like a headache. Do not disagree.
No, I don't either.
Chat saying last week it was Gliok for days. Yeah, I don't know that it's anything intentional necessarily with boss shuffle or not, but it always feels like you see one of them get favored and you see a lot of them over the course of the whole seed. Bomb upgrade is a nice one. We go up to 13 max for Chester. Gets a +5.
That's nice. Chester can just bomb for days at this point, which will make many of these levels nice and easy.
Looks like Chester did pick up the silvers.
Ooh, ladder block.
So dug out 7 enough to pick those up. The silvers are such a funny item because they can just blend in. And did he pick up something else in that room? See next time he checks his inventory. I thought he might have grabbed something else. Nope. He's too fast for me.
Ooh, bogey goes down. Okay, chat saying that that Chester got silvers.
Yeah, we definitely saw that in his inventory. I thought maybe he grabbed one more thing, but I could not see for sure.
Looks like Ema still may have froze up over there.
Bogey gets the map and the bad news accordingly. "13 bombs is nice for giving you a lot of potential exploration. Of course, anytime you make the bomb upgrade purchase, you also get a refill of bombs. And that is the white sword item, which is the recorder. Chest Jerk will grab that. And that's very much in play for levels we have not seen yet.
Could be in play for a couple levels we have seen too. We do have a few D-doggers that may be blocking a few items. Notably in the C room we just encountered earlier.
Yeah, back at level 4, that was either an item or a transport. So that's on the table.
Recorder could be required for Recorder Lake to unlock another level too. I think we're still missing one. Yeah, we're still missing level 2, I think.
Was an in-sync pickup of 2 rupees there for Chest Jerk. And, also, give me 1 second while I look into something real fast.
Yeah, I think we lost Ema skill.
Boy, the in-sync moves there for Elso and Chest Jerk. I wasn't sure that we weren't watching the same stream twice until they moved in different directions. I'm gonna poke in real fast and see if we can do anything about Eat My Steel stream. So that's my delay there. Is Chest Jerk now gets what would be the minimum possible requirement for the magic sword, but we already know that's not enough.
I'm not sure what Bogey's trying to do. He dove in and out, ate a couple times. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's trying to farm for bombs.
Bombs are friend. We need bombs. Some might even say you can bet he'd like to have more bombs.
Well, if he plays, he can get some. And he has money for it too.
Level 9 is recorder blocked. So Chester has found it up here on Death Mountain, not far from Vanilla 9.
Also finds his whistle. And Chester gets the bad news.
Yeah, so just real fast, it looks like it is a connection issue for Eat My Steel. So unfortunately his stream went offline. And we'll hope we'll be rejoined by him later on.
We have
And name
bunnies.
that tune if you can.
We have level 5 with bad bunnies.
Well, you knew they had to be somewhere.
Another interesting shape.
Apparently 5 and 9, both recorder blocked. Very important.
Okay, chat. Besides a cactus, what is level 5?
Well, the good news about that magic sword location, that's so close to 9 that you're gonna go check it and probably have the magic sword for 9.
Let's see if we can get it. No, 13 is not enough.
That's only 1 over minimum, so odds still not great. And another Dig Dagger, because of course we needed more. But Also's got the recorder to kill one with, so does Chester, because again, they love making these in-sync plays, they just have no idea they're doing it.
And, yep, recorder required.
Doubly required, in fact. So Chester and Also grabbing the Triforce.
Level 5 dude on a skateboard. Not safe.
Hey, we've got to Eat My Steel again.
Hey. He's diving 8. Oh, I'm so sorry, Eat My Steel.
That is quite the room to try and dive. We've seen the red dark nuts be very killable, but that's a lot of them to deal with.
Also, finishing off the bad bunny.
Yeah, I kind of like that he's still hanging around this 5, trying to see what else is out there, and gonna grab a map here. Got the Triforce out of it. I don't think he saw either item, but what Chester sees is level 3, and that is a very nice sight at this point.
And
Not so much this room. Although with beam swords, he's okay.
Yeah, this could be a lot worse, actually.
Just don't let them hit you. And all is fine.
Well, Lionel's in a shooting gallery.
And then this happens.
Well,
This seed is just not being cooperative. I mean, it is just not a cooperative sort of level.
At least it's keeping it interesting.
But that's the magic key. That's a little bit cooperative. Magic key in level 3, and Chester has grabbed it.
All he needs to do now is go find his ladder, and the seat's open for him. Huh.
And there's our map of level 3.
Chat, you know the game.
I mean, in a level where you got the magic key, it feels like the map is trying to tell you exactly what's here.
Guy moonwalking backwards down. Guy moonwalking downstairs. Okay.
Alright, Alsoa's gonna grab the Triforce out of 5, which I thought he had already done, but apparently didn't, so now he does. Yeah, that made sense somewhere in there, I think. I think I had a coherent sentence.
So we've seen one item out of 3. I do not think we've seen the boss item yet.
We saw the floor, so that was the hard item. There would be a staircase item in 3. Chat saying he retried, so actually that's our tracker, Kairos. So, chat, follow trackers. Trackers make these go so much better. They're very helpful. Show love to trackers.
Agreed. Keeping track of 4 people can be insane.
Graveyard check is level 3. Is that 3 levels blocked by the recorder?
Yep.
Wow. What a night.
We're good at gets its night. And again, we have Lionel's in the shipping gallery.
Remember when somebody predicted a 50-minute win time tonight?
Yeah. A little off.
And, hey, guess what boss is in level 3?
Shh. We don't talk about that. That boss doesn't exist anymore.
There's the Triforce in 3, but Chest Jerk is looking for that other item first, and he is just looking for a staircase room. Because he already found a floor item. And there's not that many rooms left, and all you gotta find is a staircase.
Oh, that any key is going to come in handy.
It's great when keys can't stop you.
He doesn't need to kill anymore, so he nopes out of that room.
And I believe this is going to be our staircase because it is second quest rooms.
Yes, and he's explored basically every room, so it has to be. Uh-oh.
Maybe a hidden wall master, though. Gotta go back in and check. Anytime you have... Okay, don't... obviously, I don't know everything, but... I'll always be wary of a wall master room when you got a clock that there isn't one more. Maybe he has one more room that we didn't notice.
Sure.
So Alsoa has picked up the magic key on his end. You know, we've seen great pieces, but nobody's got all of them yet, as Eat My Steel is going to grab the recorder. Not sure what else he has at this point, because there was that dropped period where we didn't get to see everything. But maybe we'll get a glimpse of what he's got. The menus here.
Not sure what else I was doing clearing this room.
Maybe forgot he had the floor drop, or maybe looking for a compass.
Perhaps. Of course, they already put us in the Triforce. So, yep, hidden wall masters. That
Well,
could be...
we saw wall masters before. What I was saying is you always want to be careful with the clock that there wasn't one more.
And that could be... If he did miss one, this could be very bad for Chest Jerk. Nope, it's not
Okay.
there.
And that may have been a case where he had a count on the enemies in the room, and he knew that with the wall masters he killed, he was already at 8, so there couldn't be another one. Me, I'm not that good at math on the fly, so I will just dip back into the room, touch the wall again, and be sure that there is no wall master. So, depending on your skill set, that's a couple different options.
And beat my skill typing 4. With no keys, he's getting some bad news.
Well, Soa has now assembled half this Triforce.
So, 3 of our runners have silvers. None of them have bow. And 2 of them have flying key.
Yeah, I mean, if Alsoa and Chesterk had the ladder, it would feel like they were really well set up for the rest of this one. But not having the ladder, I feel, is holding them back. However, Alsoa is back in level 1, and with all the keys, we should see the rest of this one and see him get his ladder.
Correct. And we have Bogey back in 7. We're gonna get a check on the C room. Is this it, chat? Ooh, fortunate.
There's Alsoa's ladder at 50 minutes. By contrast, I believe first we saw the ladder was for Bogey at 16 minutes. But the good news for Alsoa is he's made a lot of progress without that ladder. He's assembled the most Triforce we've seen on screen, or tied for it at least. He's gotten the recorder, which is very required. He got the magic key and the silvers. He's gotten a lot done without this ladder.
Yeah, I believe he's bow. I believe he's bow, Triforce, and go.
Well, there couldn't be any other level blocks, I don't think. Level 4 has the wood boomerang and eat my steel. Not gonna torch it, just gonna pick it up. Now Bogey's gonna grab the recorder.
Well, did we find level 2 yet? I don't think so. 2 could be power bracelet locked.
There's a couple of those out there. Hey, somebody asked for Patra. There you go.
Alright, Bradshaw. Enough of you.
A little surprised Eat My Steel is fighting this Patra. I guess doesn't have the Triforce out of level 4 yet.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt. Got 1 heart left. And he's down.
I guess he didn't have bombs to check that last room, so it was kind of that or nothing.
Ooh, that is some kind of gamma setting on Alsoa's level 6.
I don't have my sunglasses on.
Chester diving 8.
Again, very solid when you're missing things, but there's not many things that could be in this 8.
Well, we still don't know where the bow's at.
It is true, but Bogey now knows where the Triforce in level 5 is, right in his inventory. Again, we piled up a lot of hearts versus an average run, but not enough to get the magic sword yet. And now we haven't really seen any in a while.
And it looks like Chester fell out of the dark note room. Can't blame him there. That NSU room's a little nasty.
Alright, so everyone in different directions with their exploration. That may be the first medicine shop we've seen.
With this seed, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some medicine.
Bogey's into level 3.
How slow it
We
goes
know
down.
that's a very rewarding one to be in. Just like that. One room from start, and now you have all the keys.
Yep, happy about that one. And Chester goes down an 8.
Well, occasionally the keys win. Occasionally.
I just love this party room at 8. Just a random assortment of different enemies.
It's one of those things with Randomizer, you kind of get amazed at the depth of changes you're able to get, and sometimes simultaneously it's easy to forget how recent something is versus how long we've had it. And it just becomes a thing you're used to seeing.
Yeah, in the early days of the Randomizer, we couldn't do things like mix mobs from different groups together. You could only swap the groups themselves around. Now we get these nice little fun party rooms.
And a lot of that is not even necessarily because of figuring out how to do something, but figuring out how to do it in a way that does not break the game.
Correct. Because we did try it a few times. It resulted in some very, very interesting outcomes, shall we say.
Chester has located the Triforce, but he's bow blocked from continuing on in 8 and has to go all the way back for his Triforce. That's feeling bad, man.
Oh man, that's... I'm sorry, Gesture.
Although that does tell you it can't be the bow.
This is true.
At least not down that way, but what about this way? This could still potentially be a bow. Or it could be a heart.
That's... Oh, Tracker, I think we found the book already. That was in 7, I think, correct?
I did not see it, but I'll believe you.
Chat will tell us if we've seen the book already.
It's a useful item because it's an atlas. So it would give you the map for all these dungeons.
No, I think we saw something else because one of the racers burned it. It was something else, never mind.
Okay. Of course, it could be in 9. The bow is not allowed to be in 9. Neither is the power bracelet or the raft, as far as our remaining items.
At least not in this lights up.
Buggy gets a heart out of 3. Now has a 50% chance at the magic sword. Alright, so what is going to tip the scales on this one and open this up to the runners?
I'm thinking it's gotta be power bracelet to 2 for bow.
I think chat is rooting for the raft. Either way.
Yeah. Raft to bow? That could be interesting.
But which level has our progress to be able to do that? Buggy's gonna grab the Triforce out of 3. And Alsoa is feeling very grateful to have that ladder.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Chester hasn't got his ladder yet.
I come back that direction, and that's the wand for Alsoa. So, not the progress item, but we got a weapon.
And that gives him a maximum potential damage of 3 hearts. Because
You
you
can
can
duel
one
wield
slash.
it, but also it's white sword damage when you stab stuff, so you can do an increased damage output with it. And he's able to use that to quickly get past a Gleeok. It's also unlimited range, and that is a factor.
Triangle.
Not against these Stark Nuts, but overall it is a factor.
And Trophy Handle just has a key. Don't need that.
This is quite the level 8. But how about the difference for Alsoa picking up this wand? I mean, he has just cleared all sorts of stuff with it. Just really using it well.
And Chester's using his potion in the nope room.
Rupee boss. Sorry about that. Rupee boss guarded the compass. A Zelda is you. Old man, you're asking for something.
It's alright, he's just senile.
More blue dark nuts, because obviously we didn't have enough of those.
And Chester decides not even to try that room again. Just continues out.
So, reminder, we need all 8 pieces of the Triforce to get into 9, and fighting Ganon is required, so we must find the bow to be in Go mode for sure, but apparently we also have a block for level 2, be that Raft or Power Bracelet, or something we just haven't explored yet because it's hard to keep track of that after an hour. Hey, you know what boss we haven't seen enough of tonight?
Oh, this is the triple one. 3 times fun.
The good news is if you kill one, then it's done, but Galso is looking for a staircase instead, and not finding it just moves on.
Instead, he's finding all these dark nuts.
Something you can do on a room like this, if you're going to have to pass through it a couple of times, is just leave one alive so that it's faster to navigate. But he didn't have the wand when he was here before, so that's very much a difference maker in this. Yeah, again, if you're just joining us, we did have some connection issues with Eat My Steel as Bogey! Magic sword.
That means Alpha goes and checks, he can get his as well.
And Chester has the Triforce at level 8. So when we didn't get to see Eat My Steel do everything, we are kind of limited in our knowledge of what he's done until he menus and actually shows us. But he does have the magic key, he does have the ladder. I couldn't see in the middle. Much like Alsoa finding that wand, Bogey's gonna love the difference in damage of that magic sword.
And Chester said once he's finally gonna get his ladder.
Yeah, I feel like that is the thing that holds you back. I don't 100% know that it was required, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was required. I think we had to cross a moat for one of the items.
Correct.
I mean, it's one of those things. You can 90% or 95% assume it's required. And there it is for chest jerk at 1 hour, 3 minutes.
Also buying some bombs.
So for contrast purposes, whatever this may be worth to you, Bogey found the latter first of our on-stream runners at 16 minutes. Eat My Steel had it at 22 minutes. I also picked it up a little more recently at 50 minutes, and then 63 minutes for chest jerk to finally be able to grab his ladder. And it looks like the last item in one was another heart. We're not that far away from max, actually. Which is kind of interesting because it could potentially tell us that there's 2 items in 9. And if there are 2 items in 9, we know they can't be the bow, power bracelet, or raft. So we'd be talking potential of book, magic boomerang, red ring.
Or red candle.
Red candles. So 4 possibilities if there's no hearts in 9. Which is significant because there's only so many ways for this puzzle to fit together at this point.
In before red ring, red candle, and 9.
It could be a very red level 9.
In more ways than one. We got 3 of our runners in 6. We had 1 in 3.
My steel has the Triforce out of 3, and probably has more than that. I mean, I'm guessing steel has 4 and 5, but that's just a guess because we've not seen it. So, for tracking purposes, you have to go with what you know instead of what you think. But maybe we will get an up A at some point. Bogey sees the mugger, and he's gonna up A right on out of that. If you up A out of the room, you don't have to pay the toll.
Looks like he's gonna grab Triforce and get.
I mean, we are at such a point in this seed. I think you got a full clear dungeon to the extent you're able to.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to pick a level and dive at this point.
That's the white sword for Alsoa, level 6. Bogey's got his Triforce out of level 6. Eat My Steel is in level 5 with a flashing Triforce, so definitely does not have this one yet. Now, the trouble with Heart Shuffle is there's so many to keep track of that I tend not to take notes on where we saw hearts out of. So, I'm not sure if we've seen all the items out of 5 or not, but I don't think we did.
I don't recall that we did. I think our runners were blocked out of it earlier.
So does Eat My Steel perhaps find the item that opens this one up? What options we have right now? Our runners are in 5, 6, and 7, and those are not your first choices. Well, how about it, Chad? Anybody want to go on the record? Tell us what you think the block will be and where do we find it at? Bogey taking care of business with these wall masters. That's going to be his Triforce out of level 7.
Transport.
That's right, 7 did have a heart along with the silvers, so we've seen that. 5, I'm not sure we've seen.
Nope out of the mugger.
Jester's got his Triforce out of 6. I really wouldn't want to leave a dungeon behind if I can find out what's there. But I seem to recall a couple possible Goma blocks. So it makes me wonder if our bow is available and we need that to get to the block for 2.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Bogey is dealing with that nonsense that is the blue dark nuts in the NSU. And Chester is going to be quite happy about getting a magic sword for a big damage upgrade. When you're an hour in and you're still missing a couple of Triforces, you're not already in 9, you know you've been through a lot and you're quite happy to have the damage upgrade.
Okay, so yeah, our hearts were 2 hearts in 1 heart in 7.
Bogey has located the wand here in 8. And now we'll be dual wielding for max damage.
There it goes. That is a whopping 6 hearts of damage.
Quite the difference when you're dealing with the Gliok then, as Alsoa's going to grab the Triforce out of 6.
This will leave us with Chester only needs to find 2, which we know is going to be blocked by either Raft or Power Bracelet at this point.
And there is our Power Bracelet in level 5.
Oh, that's going to be big for Eat My Steel. That dig really paid off.
And now again, we don't know to the full extent what Eat My Steel has, but logically it's fair to assume that there's been plenty of progress made. Chester's gonna say no to the white sword, because why would you when you already have the magic?
Not sure why he's trying to clear the room.
Gotta be looking for the floor drop, or I thought he already has. Yeah, he has the compass, so he picked up the Triforce. This gotta be looking for a floor drop.
Chester takes out the terrifying rupee boss.
It's saying so bow and raft in 2. Well, I mean, it could just be the bow, and the raft could be behind a Goma block. In which case, we'll never see it. Speaking of rooms you'd like to have the bow available for, of course it'll one-shot the bunnies. I always called them bunnies because of how they moved and they had those ears, but apparently they're actually supposed to be rats.
Really?
That's what I'm told.
Huh. I always called them rabbits too.
Maybe the way they bounce around the screen, it looked like a bunny hop to me as a kid. It's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, that was my thought too. It's like they're not some sort of rabbit because it bounce.
Classic Z1 argument you can get started anytime you want to is what people thought they were as kids. Hey, there's the book on the ground in 6. So now Chester has his atlas, which isn't gonna do a whole lot of good, but it will be a guaranteed map for level 9.
This is correct. For whatever good that does in 9.
And Bogey is now 2 hearts away from max. And Magic Boomerang on the floor in 8, so that's the last of our items from 8.
Yeah, that means the bow has to be in 2.
And that power bracelet looms large. And yeah, I think chat was right then that it's just about gonna have to be Raft and Bow.
Yeah, that's the only combination left.
Although,
Unless
based on Alsoa, I think we're still missing 2 hearts. Or maybe 1 heart. Just depending on the order he did things.
Troll Hand Blood takes a win. Oh, we got double death on.
Chat asking about level 5. We saw the power bracelet as a staircase item.
No, Stags. 5 was power bracelet.
What's the staircase item? He's asking you about the floor item. And again, he might still would have to go in the inventory for us to check it, but I don't recall seeing the raft.
No.
And that is not the level we are looking for. So 4 of these power bracelet spots to check as Bogey grabs the Triforce out of 8.
Take 2 on power bracelet spot.
3 of these are pretty close together, so it makes sense to knock them out as quick as you can. Chester's gonna grab the power bracelet out of 5. Does he go into the graveyard first? Did he already do the Lost Hills and I just didn't see it? Because I don't know, can't imagine any other reason why he'd go to graveyard first.
Oh, he does have the raft.
Okay, that probably was out of 5 then.
Oh.
Well, hey, 4 runners at once, things do go quick. Alright, so was that just the raft spot check? As Alsoa's got the Triforce out of 8. That would leave the eastern raft spot as a check, the Lost Hills power bracelet spot, and the graveyard power bracelet spot. Also, I was gonna buy some medicine. You mentioned earlier this feels like a good seed for it. I don't disagree.
Bogey back digging 4. This is not going to pay off for him.
Well, I mean, maybe he wants a boomerang.
Gesture with his raft means we could see him get bow and go.
Guess Bogey didn't want the boomerang. Alright, so Eat by Steel still had to do level 8. So we know that the magic boomerang and wand are here in 8. Now also 2 hearts from Max. Bogey is just 1. Very strong possibility at this point the red ring is in 9.
Yeah, at this point it's almost guaranteed.
Let's see. Because of the raft and power bracelet being picked up, that would leave us with just having the bow required to be in 2. What is causing this seed to run long? That's an interesting question. Now, the combat hasn't been free for our runners by any means, but there's been a lot of dancing around to find the items that we need, and we're still not entirely sure which item it was that leads to level 2. That has not been located yet. But with Heart Shuffle on, it sometimes takes longer to find all of the items that you need. Because like in this case, we have Alsoa, who has already been through level 5, but didn't get the raft out of it that was potentially required. Or Power Bracelet, one of which is required.
Yeah, looking at our list, the only items we have left in play are red candle, red ring, bow, and a heart.
Yeah, we filled in a lot of the pieces of this puzzle because it just required that much exploration tonight. Chad asks, can the candle be in 9? It absolutely can be. It's the key progression items that are not allowed to be there.
Your raft, your ladder, and your bow cannot be in 9.
A power bracelet is also not allowed, neither is recorder. Anything that might block you from either a boss or a cave entrance is not allowed to be in 9 unless you enable a specific flag. But candle, it doesn't matter because you could still access all the caves and it isn't required for any bosses.
Looks like Gesture's heading to the eastern raft spot. This will tell us if 2 is a raft.
At this point, I believe it's 50-50. So
No.
that should make it the Grave Power Bracelet. I believe that is our last location possible.
That gives Eat My Steel an advantage, if you can think about capitalizing on it. Unfortunately, Chest Jerk also has his power bracelet, which means he's probably thinking that too.
Again, you got these three that are pretty close together. Not sure if he hit the others or not. I think he did. Oh,
There it is.
or there's that because randomized overworld.
Yep, I forgot about this one myself.
And it's a segmented level 2 because why not?
GG Randomizer.
Red
Right,
ring right
that-
away. So this is a beneficial level 2.
That means Red Candle and Heart Container are in 9. Cracker, I think we can fill this out now.
Well, the worst part about that to me is that means we don't get to see all the hearts filled in. It's so rare you get to see it.
Well, I don't know. Chester may have filled hearts just to fill them. If you got Red Ring plus full hearts, you can be hyper aggressive.
He's going to leave that Triforce because it's close to the start anyways. And he is looking for another floor drop because this is level 2. Although it could be on the other side of the segment. Because of course it can. So meanwhile is in the right spot. He's going to need the power bracelet out of this 5. Will he continue to dig and find the raft, or will he move on and go for 2?
Now we got some pancakes in level 2.
Now you're making me hungry.
Got syrup.
Hey chat, what was for dinner tonight? Why not? It's Twitch. Let's talk food. What was for dinner? Eat My Steel continues to dig through this 8. Bogey Alsoa are in 9. And Chester hunts the ladder in 2. We got calzones. We got waffles. PB&J. Pepperoni
Bacon taters.
pizza. Man, those are some pretty compelling arguments, but I'm probably on Team Waffle for best dinner tonight.
Don't know. There's Team Cookie Dough Ice Cream just took the lead for me.
You know, that's an argument.
There's the bow.
All right. 1 hour, 26 minutes, and we have go mode.
They call 9 the Great Equalizer.
I think
This
2
would
is the
be-
great equalizer.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 played a really good game of hide and seek this time.
Maybe we can call it the small equalizer. Or the
Yes.
okay equalizer, you know, stick with great and...
Yes, Freedom Fighters, you don't
Okay.
need 7.
As far as the ladder, Chester got that at 1 hour, 3 minutes. So then it took 23 minutes to finally get to go mode. That is how this seed went. It just took that much exploration and that long to get through everything.
Yeah, this seed was something else.
And although Alsoa has what we know he needs, he cannot afford to orphan an item here.
Name that 7.
Oh, and in breaking news, Gannon will not be in his room. We still have level 9 to clear. The good news is, with the book, we'll have a map for it. And none of the items will be required.
Bad news is what makes rooms, they can get really nasty really quick.
Chad arguing that this 7 is a bridge. Okay, it could just be because it's late and I'm tired, but I'm gonna say it's can-can dancers. They got the line going on with their arms stretched out like they do, and you got the top of the skirts going on there. Can't get members.
I'm gonna type a chat on this one. And it's definitely a bridge.
All right, Elsoa continues to work through 5. So does Bogey Chest Jerk. With level 7 finished, is on the way to 9. It was up here at Death Mountain, like one screen away from Vanilla. And this will be it. Recorder blocked.
You got a support. K-Tap agrees with you.
All right. There's a snake in your boots. Well, you just have to get rid of the boots. There's no other choice.
Keep the snake as a pet.
How many rooms? About 20 too many. But how long will it take to find? So it doesn't look like it's force segmented, but it may be segmented anyways.
Almost guaranteed to be segmented. Almost.
Some bombs available. It's kind of nice to leave those behind if you don't need them, but there's a lot of exploration to do. Dark nuts are hanging out in here. Can we have Zelda with the compass? Yes, it's one of the worst horrible things that happens, and it can happen.
Usually not this high.
Actually, the worst thing that can happen is when one of your hints is the kidnapped guards the compass.
Yeah.
Not only do you know you're not getting compass, but one of your 3 hints is wasted like that.
I love those runs. They're always great. Just feel the disappointment on the players, on the runners, when they get that.
Hey, look, Dig Darker. We haven't seen him all night.
That boss.
Look, you're either gonna laugh or you're gonna cry, so we may as well laugh.
Tell you what, we haven't seen an Aquamentus at all.
If we did, we probably killed it too fast to notice.
Still a chance for Aquamentus and none.
Sure, why not? Bogey is 1 heart from maximum, and Elsoa has his Triforce at a 7. Should be on his way to level 2 from here. Question in chat about Boomstick. No Boomstick enabled. Book is just the Atlas tonight. Boomstick does tend to happen sometimes in Battle Royals. There's often one of them going on, but not sure we have any new Battle Royals starting up with SG Live on the horizon.
Yeah, we don't do too many Boomstick runs. But if the chat wants it, I think we could probably arrange one for one Sunday.
Happens every so often. I think I commentated the last one, but I was tempted to enter it.
The thing with Boomstick is it does tend to make the seeds, once they get the Boomstick, go really fast.
SG Live will be an online series of tournaments. It was live last year, but hey, things happened. It's 2020. So it will be online this year, but make sure you check out those links in chat for all the information.
We got a magic staircase for Chest Jerk.
And Elsoa is into level 2.
It's a troll case.
So Chester has a significant advantage, I suppose is the right word. He got into 9
So he
much
has a,
faster than Alsoa is going to get to, and he has a chance to be done before Alsoa could get in there. But
Oh.
depending on how it twists and turns, and if Alsoa gets a different path, we can still have a race here.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a lead. I wouldn't really call it an advantage with what we've seen so far. This 9.
Well, see, I define it the other way around. A lead is definitive as there's the bow for Alsoa at 134. Now, Chesterk has a definitive advantage in that he's explored more of this 9 than Alsoa has to this point. But how much of a lead that is depends on what's the right path through this 9. And if Alsoa is able to go a different one that is correct, then there's that. Did Alsoa grab the bow in 2? He absolutely did. It was quick because it was one room north of the Triforce on the floor, so it was very fast. It looks like Bogey is on to 9. Did he finish 2 and I just missed it? Because that could totally happen. Yeah, it looks like he's going for 9, so he should finish 2 as well. Also enters level 9 at 135. Bogey not going to be far behind at all. This will also be a 135 entry. And where is Ganon? Well, Colonel, what are they listening for?
They are listening for the roar of Ganon. You will hear him if he is one room away from you. They are also looking for a door that does not open. It is a shutter door. You walk in the room, if all enemies are dead, it stays closed. Now, there is one thing that can throw them off. A Bratra can block the roar of Ganon.
Is that our second Dig Dugger in 9?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. So Gesture, Alsoa, and Bogey all exploring this 9, trying to find Ganon, trying to find Zelda. What is the right path through here, and how much difference does picking up that book make for Chester? Because he has a map while the others are going blind. That was the Triforce out of 6 for Eat My Steel.
Considering how early it is, I'm not sure, but it'll depend on if everybody gets the same room. Map was pretty early in 9.
Yeah, now who knows where the map actually is in this 9?
Oh, we've already seen it. Gesture saw it. It was
okay.
It was in one of the staircase rooms. One of the diamond staircase rooms. The troll staircase, actually. We've lost Chester Extreme for a minute.
Well, hopefully we'll catch that up in just a second. Sometimes internet lag. It's a thing. And there's the Triforce out of 2 for Eat My Steel. It should also be accompanied by a bow pickup. And probably go mode for... No, Steel is still missing a Triforce. I don't know the map well enough to tell you which Triforce that was, but it was kind of towards the middle.
If I recall correctly, it should be close to the map at this point.
Chat confirms that it's 7. missing for Eat My Steel. Interesting, does he have the silvers then? This was really a seed where the order we found the dungeons in did not at all match the order we needed to complete them in.
Oh no. Yep, here's the room. This is the map for Alsoa. It was like Alsoa and Bogier both getting their map.
It's been so long since we got the magic key that it's easy to forget. We were very key starved at the beginning of this seed, so that made progress limited as well.
Yeah, a lot of key blocks. A lot of frustration.
Not that often you see all 4 runners with the magic sword, though. Last Triforce for Eat My Steel.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen it in a year. I think the last one was fall last year. That was the last time we had 4 runners that I remember.
I'm gonna click something real fast, see if we can refresh Chest Jerk. He is in 9, and he does have the compass, I could tell. But hopefully that will work for getting this refreshed. Maybe not. Eat My Steel enters level 9. Has to have the bow and silvers or he wouldn't be here.
Chest Jerk has found the princess.
Okay, there we go. Guess the extra buttons did do something. Or maybe not. Still buffering. Chat saying Eat My Steel does not have silvers. That would be quite remarkable, but here's Ganon! Nice open room to fight Ganon in Chest Jerk. Just needs a couple hits with that magic sword, and down goes Ganon. 141 and a beeline, because Zelda is not far away.
There she is. And with the time of 1:41:48, Chest Jerk will be finishing first.
First of our on-stream runners, he is second overall. Captain Green finished with a 131, and we also have Shaddy just turning in third place with a 142. Woo! What a night.
No kidding.
In a field this large, when a 130 is the winning time, that is... I don't even know what to say, but that's sure a thing.
Question is, who rolled this monster? You got surprisingly quiet there, Trenton.
Oh, I didn't roll it. Oasis rolled it.
Alright, chat, you know who to blame for this one.
You mean credit? They are chat.
This is true.
Runners know who to blame, though. Speaking of people who are blaming Oasis right now, GG, Chest Jerk! He's speechless, folks.
Yes. Huh.
Oh, he has map Alsoa. I'm guessing left for bombs. Yeah, this is a bomb shop here. That may have been our only bomb shop, actually.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Little soft, but we do hear you.
Okay, good. How's it going, guys?
Well, better for us. But you're finished. You're free. It's over.
I thought that was the best seed ever.
1 hour 40 minutes. Wow.
I got back 20 of those minutes if I remember to go back to 1 after getting the any key. But, you know, that's okay.
Well, you know, a night where it took 1 hour and 3 minutes to get the ladder. That's says something about this seed.
I think it said something. It took me like 20 minutes to kill an enemy. I thought that was interesting. Considering everything, I think everything in the overworld was plus 80 HP, approximately.
Yeah, there wasn't anything you could kill with the candle, and that sword took a while.
And as pointed out, the first 6 items I found were all hearts, because, you know, you gotta have heart. That's just my kind of seed.
Yeah, unfortunately we got cheated out of the max.
Yeah.
It's so rare you get to see the max. We don't have it, but we do have round 2. Bogey versus Ganon. Let's do this. He's only got a heart and a half. He's got the red ring. Down a half a heart. Still hasn't got the first hit. And that's a win for Ganon.
Oh, no.
But hopefully Bogey knows the way now. Not sure if he has medicine. I don't think he does. Alsoa picked some up, but has not found the path yet.
I feel like I kind of lucked into the path because I still have a lot of 9 unchecked comparatively. But I'm wondering if the only way I went was the only way to get to the southwest quadrant.
That's
Or
a maybe.
it seemed like a very linear 9. It almost forced you into a certain path since there were so many fake bomb walls.
Kind of interesting to me. You were the only one who picked up the book, so you had your map coming in here, which I'm guessing was a factor because you were on your. That was your last dungeon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not quite last dungeon, but.
Not quite, but I knew it was an atlas, and I figured, yeah, I don't have the wand. I'm probably not getting the wand. It's you know, I'd much having the atlas and shapes is so important.
Yeah. That combined with the massive lead you had going into 9 gave you a real advantage here.
I did not regret going out of my way to get mags. If it had not been 12 hearts, I would have been very, very sad.
Well, it was only 2 screens.
At least I would have had the
one. You still could have grabbed it then.
Oh no, I was definitely planning on getting it for 9, but I was not. I mean, I was not looking forward to fighting more Dark Nuts with just a wood sword, trying to get through whatever it was, level 6 or whatever it was.
Bogey has defeated Ganon, but does not have the compass. Where was that, by the way? We had some frame drops and didn't get to see it.
The compass was in the spiral staircase room that took you to the staircase to where Ganon and Zelda are. So if you killed all the red Dark Nuts on the spiral staircase, you got the compass.
Alright, so how long is it going to take Bogey to find that door? He's unfortunately moving in the wrong direction as Alsoa has now found Ganon and has some medicine in reserve, so should be good to go here. Any other thoughts on this one, Chester?
I think, like you said, glad to be done and looking forward to go doing something else.
Including more of these flags as SG Live nears.
Indeed. We'll see if my schedule will allow me to participate.
Alright, thank you, Chester, and GG once again.
Thank you very much. Thanks for commentary and restream and tracking everything. I'm sure you all did a wonderful job, and I'll see you later.
Alsoa did a wonderful job of finding the princess without the compass, and that is going to be a GG to Alsoa. That is 5th place, a 148. We did have Jay Wade finish in 4th with a 145. And a 7-second, no, I'm sorry, a 4-second snipe of Alsoa over Bogey with a 148.04. And only 11 seconds behind Alsoa was Psytown with a 148.11. 3 runners finishing within 11 seconds.
Hey, Alsoa.
Hey,
Okay, since you didn't hear me just say that, well, you saw it in SRL, but you just sniped 2 people by less than 11 seconds. GG.
GG's. I did see that, and
Your mic is pretty low. Can you crank that up a little?
let me see here.
And GG Bogey,
Hey
our
there.
6th place finisher.
Thank you. Yep. GG's to I see Elsoa here. I think Elsoa finished like 3 seconds ahead of me or 4 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, is that better?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there
is.
you
Thank you.
Yeah, it had the wrong microphone up. GG's Bogey on that insane finish.
Yeah, that was the grossest seed I've played so far. I don't. It was just not very helpful to have second quest overworld. I think if it was first quest, it might have been tolerable, but I felt like keys were really hard to come by, and every enemy felt like it rolled up. And thankfully, I got mags at some point, but up until that, I think that was 55 minutes in or something.
Dude, this seed could have done with about 5 less locked doors and about 5 more bomb walls and convenience spots.
Right.
I mean, we should have known a close finish was coming. You were 1 minute apart getting the sword. So you kept it close early.
All right.
Not so much with the ladder, though.
Meh. I never find ladder.
You never found the ladder?
No, I found it. I just don't ever find it any sooner than 50 minutes.
Oh, gotcha. I think I found it somewhat early. I don't even remember what just happened.
Can I just say hats off to Captain Green for getting a 131 on the seed, because that's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Eat My Steel versus Ganon. Also, okay, what? Steel does not have the silver arrows.
Oh,
He did
no.
not pick them
Oh,
up.
geez.
So he's exploring 9 for the silvers, and they're not here. Oh, no. We had a disconnect earlier, so we had some missing information on Steel's side. Speaking of missing information, apparently you could have gotten the compass on the path if you had killed Dark Nuts.
The
Eh. I was tired of fighting 8 HP Dark Nuts the whole game.
Well, you had to be happier to fighting them once you found that wand, because that was an immediate difference in your combat. And dramatically so.
If I did not find the wand when I did, the seed would have gone very differently.
What about all them dig doggers tonight?
I can tell by the death counters of the people that are on the restream, I did a whole lot more than they did. Which I can't say I'm surprised about.
Yeah. Well, tonight was interesting in that all 4 of you had mags.
But we got ripped off and nobody had max hearts. I'm very sad about that.
Yeah, Bogey, you came close. You were 1 heart off.
Yeah, I was very disappointed not to find the 16th heart in the seed.
It's probably buried somewhere stupid in 9. I didn't actually check what the other item in 8, or the floor item in 3 was, for that matter.
8 had the magic boomerang and a heart.
The floor item in 3 was the magic key.
Okay, it must be the stair item I'm thinking of, because I definitely had the magic key, because
Oh.
when I saw it, I'm like...
Yeah, I screamed.
No, I was like, game, thank you.
Yes.
You finally shown one bit of mercy. And then immediately threw me into the 8 HP Dark Nuts.
Yeah, the staircase item in 3 was a heart. I think I mismarked my tracker in 4. I ended up fighting in the blue Wizrobe room and cleared them out, but realized that there was nothing there, so I must have picked up one of my 12 hearts in 4 on the floor.
Well,
And
eat
just
my Steel,
marked it.
I would like to note that I'm going to call Psytown and Bogey honorary members of the top 5 because of how close the finishes were.
Sure, why not?
Like, I pressed the button, and then I'm like, okay, I can breathe. And then as soon as I got done with the breath, there was bogey.
And then there were sights.
By the way, shout outs to the power bracelet being recorder blocked, recorder being on Death Mountain, and then the power bracelet needed for level 2. I like that chain reaction in hindsight. I didn't like it playing it, but now that I'm looking at it in hindsight, I like it.
Did you end up picking up the raft in 5 off the floor?
I did. I didn't know which of the 2 was going to be required for 2 at that point, so I just hedged my bets. Also, I didn't have Bo because Bo was in 2, right. So I said, I'll just go for the floor item.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that 2 was going to be raft blocked, but whatever.
I know the floor item is in one of 2 rooms in 8. I saw every other room.
Yeah, 8 was blue boomerang on the floor, and then heart and wand.
This C did everything in its power to make me rage, and I did not rage. I'm surprised.
Well, hey, there's no better practice for a competition than that.
I completely agree.
By the way, we did have Homer J. Smash finish in 8th place with a 152. Comments tonight following a similar theme whenever people choose to leave them.
All right, I'm gonna jump out of here, guys, but y'all have fun with the rest of the commentary, and GG's again to Bogey, Chest Jerk, everybody that's finished, everybody that hasn't finished yet, and Eat My Steel, because he is currently searching this 9, not realizing it's futile in effort.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop as well. Thanks for doing comms and tracking, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the race.
Looks like Eat My Steel's reconsidering this 9 dive.
Maybe checking notes, seeing is there something I left behind elsewhere, and that looks to be the case after leaving 9. Now with Triforce and the recorder, I don't know why he's walking, because he could just record her back to whatever level. So he's taking the long way to get wherever this is. I don't think he ever even found the heart that's in 9.
Not that one, Steel.
Right, he's back in 4. The trouble here is it's level 7, which is one of the longest levels. It's one of the last ones you want to go back to. Although the equation is a little bit different in this scenario, because it's not the number of rooms that are in a dungeon, it's the number of rooms you have left in a dungeon. So maybe you only have 10 left in a 7, and you could have 8 left in a 4 or something like that. So even if it's still pretty lopsided, it might be closer than it first seems. And maybe that he might still started with the lowest level that he hadn't full cleared, and he's going to work his way up.
Yeah, he's gonna whistle the next one. There's where he needs to be.
Alright, that's the right level. It didn't feel like it took that long to get to these silver arrows, but I still did not do much of this 7 before, so we will see how long this takes. And again, Imai still has seen Ganon in 9 already, so should be able to get back there pretty quickly. And now I'm sad Eat My Steel did not take out the other heart in 9, because then we finally would have gotten to see the complete set. Oh well, there's always the Valentine's Day race. For those not familiar, Valentine's Day, they do a special themed race where you have to complete certain objectives, and one of them is collect all the hearts.
Yeah, I kind of want them to do the Halloween themed one that we were talking about one year.
There is still time.
All whiz robes with max health.
That doesn't particularly sound Halloween themed or fun.
Well, you can throw some Triforce in there.
Well, I'm thinking you'd have to do like sprite shuffles, so all the items are in costume. You can't be Link, you have to pick something else.
We can get Fred to have all kinds of fun with that one.
We did have Amazing Toaster finish in the 9th place with a 159. Probably our last runner to finish sub 2 hours on this seed. Again, this is the one that pushed everybody. These are non-trivial names that were in here tonight. Did he get the silvers? Please tell me he got the silvers.
I don't know. I think I missed it in all lag.
Chat says no. That's unfortunate. Not sure why he left without full clearing the dungeon. Because that's the thing to me. When you're in this mode, when you're in initial exploration, leaving stuff behind and coming back later if the seed forces you to, that's a calculated risk. If you're in this position, I much prefer seeing you full clear it, because why do you want to triple dip a dungeon, or quadruple or quintuple at this point, or octuple, because it's that kind of night. This is the craziness that happens when I sign up to do comms. I don't ever get sprint seats.
No. Always the interesting long ones.
Alright, so Eat My Steel in level 6. We know the book is here. I guess that's a thing that could be helpful ish, maybe, sorta, in a way. Here it is for Eat My Steel. This were Link to the Past, he'd probably throw a bomb or two on it, just show the game what he really thought of it. And I gotta refresh my commentary stream now. Okay, there we go. So 6 had the book. It had the white sword. Not sure if Steel saw that one or not. Big thank you again to our tracker who's had to call it a night. But the heavy work done. And hey, it's not every night that these go 2 hours. That's a little unusual. And thank you, Colonel, for stepping in tonight and helping us to call it a night. Look, it's midnight. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Sanity and reason went out the window at 11:45. Now anything that's right is an accident. And everything that's wrong is by design. Did have one of the runners drop out. I am so horrified I may never recover. That reminds me of a line from a movie, but I don't remember the full quote of it, so I may have to look it up. Alrighty, my steel continues to work through this level 6, looking for answers in all the wrong places. Finding the white sword, and that is not what he wanted. I can't find my quote. I'm sad. I'll occasionally watch old horror movies, and there was one Don Knotts was in called The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, and it had quite the epic line in it. I mean, it's Don Knotts, so having an epic line in it is not surprising. And there's the magic boomerang on the ground for Eat My Steel, who is going to pick it up, because why not? When will he go back to 7? Probably not that long, because there aren't that many things left to check. Dr. J finishes in 10th place. I don't know, once you got past the first 2 hours, this scene really opened up. Hey, show love to runners who get out here and do these things, because to put yourself out there for something that goes like this is gone. Show love to runners, huh? Okay, this is the quote. The horribleness and awfulness of it will never actually be forgotten. That was the quote I was looking for. I think that's a pretty fair summary of the night. There was also another quote from the movie. It was terrible. It was just terrible. I'll never get over it as long as I live. Which may have been the actual quote that the SRL comment was referencing. Anyways. Here we go for Eat My Steel. He had already seen. Ganon knows the way, has the recorder now. All pieces in place to wrap this one up. I think he's looking for the last heart instead. I think he's looking for the last heart. Shinigami has finished in the 11th spot with a 209. Asks, do you want some dungeons with your Dark Nuts? Okay, here we go. Eat My Steel versus Ganon. 2 hours and 10 minutes to get here. Let's go. He's got a potion. May as well use it. Get safety. Almost there. Just a couple more stabs. 1, 2 more. I've lost count because it's after midnight. Ganon's down! Chat, how about some GG's? That's a lot of effort for Eat My Steel to get to this point. I think some GG's have very much been earned. Rooms away, here we go. And for the final time on stream tonight, the old man is rescued with a couple of arrows to the face by Eat My Steel with a 2:11:19. That is our 12th place finish. Says GG's, I think. That is a very, very fair summary of the night. I'm not sure if Eat My Steel will join us. Eat My Steel will join us. Now I am sure. I'm also sure you're happy to be done with that one. Too excited for words, folks. Or maybe there's a microphone error. You know, that happens too.
Howdy.
Hey, there we go.
Everything else this season, just I was having a problem connecting here.
Yeah, we did have that drop and kind of lost track of your progress there, but
Yeah, it looked like my whole internet shut down. Like I just lost all my internet. So that really just that happening just completely threw me for a loop, and it took me a long time to kind of recover for that because I was just messing around trying to figure out what happened and why I was getting kicked out of everything and everything shut down, and I had to like pull up OBS and get back in the stream or get back in IRC and all that stuff. So it didn't explain all my problems in the seat because I pretty much did everything, but yeah, it didn't help at all. That just kind of put me in full tilt mode when that happened.
well, this was not the most forgiving seed to be in tilt mode, so
Yeah.
There's not a lot I can say at this point, so I'll just ask if you have any final thoughts.
No, just wanted to clarify what happened. Thanks for being troopers and braving it through this seed. This was, as many people said in IRC, just a gigantic pile of garbage. So, well done. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, chat. Hope you had fun, because otherwise, what's the point? But it has been a night, and we wish you a good rest of it. Happy Monday, everybody, if you're on the East Coast. And good night, everybody.